Today we're speaking with Zeke Lopez, who's a candidate for Clarksburg City Council. Zeke is a longtime businessman here in Clarksburg and has served on council for 16 years. Zeke, what's your vision for the city?
Well, I'm going to start out this way, is that you might have the best vision in the world, but you got to be able to work with people, and you got to convince people on council that you do have a good vision. And, with all my experience, my vision is just to continue on Clarksburg growing in the direction that it's growing. For one thing, I mean, the Brownsfields, which is a big development that we started way back in the 2000s, and continued to get the money from the government to bring 3 projects into this community that brought jobs. And I want to continue to do that as part of my vision. Also, I think that the Rose Garden, which I'm interested in bringing it up to date, and having a hotel convention center would be a big part of the vision of Clarksburg for the center point for a lot more activities for our downtown area.
Zeke, the city's done a great job with demolition in the neighborhoods, and it's looked toward by many in the state as being progressive in its revitalization efforts. Do you agree with the city's current program, and why? And if you don't agree, why?
Well, I'm a big supporter of the demolition program, and it goes all the way back when I first started on council, before we even had the demolition program. We had monies in the budget for demolition, and they cut $9,000 out of the budget, and I expressed my feelings then, and I express my feelings now that I'm a strong believer in a demolition program, because we are trying to revive our neighborhoods and our community. And over the time, we have torn down over 500 structures. We've also built new housing because of the demolition program, which the value is over $2 million. And I will continue to support the demolition program as long as I can.
Zeke, the city's infrastructure is aging, and one thing that we've noticed in particular are its roadways. Would you support a user fee or worker tax to do more paving?
I would definitely not support a user fee or work tax, because we do have the levy. When I first got on council, we were doing $100,000 in roads. We now do over $350,000. We also, our main thoroughways, Chestnut Street, we've worked with the state to get funded. And the best part about that is we have money to do joint projects with our infrastructure. We got Chestnut Street on the road, High Avenue. I don't know if you had the article today. We actually going to pave it all, restructured all the way from 12th Street to 4th Street, in which, if you've been up there lately, all the new businesses that are coming up there. So, and then we also are doing the biggest infrastructure project with our wastewater treatment plant. It's going to increase from 18 million gallons a day to approximately 19 million. So the more businesses as far as infrastructure go for sewer and storm, we are actually increasing that, which will help our new businesses when they come into town, because I'm definitely for infrastructure, and I think we're going in the right direction, and I think there's money out there to help us, as long as you've got the matching fund, which I thank our council and us, administration, that we do have funds for matching monies. And that's the only way you're going to do a lot of these big infrastructure projects.
Zeke, the city has scored some big wins of late with the Brownsfield development, state office building, and Highland Hospital. Are you pleased with the city's direction, and how would you improve it?
Okay, of course, I'm definitely with the direction our city is going, especially in economic development. And I credit a lot of that too with our administration, because they are aggressively going after new businesses and development. I mean, so like you were saying, the Brownsfield, 120 jobs. Highland Hospital, 300 jobs. And new CVS coming. A new Sheets was built. Downtown's probably got more storefronts than they've ever had in a long time, thanks to the business owners and our administration working together now. That's how we're growing with even all these sites. People working together is making our economic development grow. Now again, I'll say what I'd like to see happen. I'd love to see the Rose Garden developed, which we're working hard with the owners to do that, and have a new convention center and a hotel attached to it, which we are working hard on getting that project, because I still think that's the main piece for our area. So, but I'm definitely, I think we're going in the right direction, and just continue on going in that direction and working hard with other people. You can't do it just as a city, and that's why we are going in the right direction, because now the property owners and everybody's working together, and I think that's great for Clarksburg.
Zeke, on June 4th, when residents go to vote, what makes you the right candidate for the citizens of Clarksburg?
Well, I've always felt that I was a people's candidate from the beginning, because I'm a working council person. I mean, I'll go to the communities, I'll go wherever people need me to go, and I will do what's right for the city of Clarksburg. And I'm going to go back a little bit. 16 years ago, when I first got on council, we never had a rainy day fund. Our insurance was self-funded, and it was killing the city. And we had to make a lot of tough changes in the early part. Everything hasn't been peaches till this point. I mean, we've actually took a lot of steps to get to where we're at today, especially with the rainy day fund, which we started when I was in office. And all of us together said, we need money, because we need things that have to be done. So we tightened our belts. We went to PIA, which still today, the premium on PIA does not match our self-funded. It's still like $500,000 difference. And this has been at least 12 years. So, I mean, and the money, and everybody can see our rainy day fund is one of the best. I mean, Clarksburg financially is one of the soundest cities in the state of West Virginia. So, I mean, and we're second to none. And we did that, the council did it as a team, because, again, I can work with any type of council member. I've proved that. And that's why my success rate is because of how I work with other people. And I definitely will do whatever it takes to get drugs off the street. We've increased our police department from 32 to 46. We got more people on a task force than any other city in the area. Believe me, people, if I'm reelected, Clarksburg's only going to go in one direction, and that's the right direction.